Okay, very welcome to Sevilla Inventor Piping webinar. I will now show you our application on Inventor. What's needed is a standard Inventor, and you also should have your elbows in Content Center. And it will be even better if you have your teeth and reducers in the Content Center. So I will now start to draw some pipes and show the functionality of this little beauty. So I start to create a pipe, naming, and I choose the type of pipe I want to draw, material, size, and so on. I will start from the inlet of the pump, and I say OK. And I will now use the geometry a lot. So I want to go to the frame, and I will also add 100 millimeters to that. So I press enter for that, and then the next direction will go to the right against the plate heat exchanger. I press enter for that, and now I say I want to go to the heat exchanger. If this is the route I want, I press done. What happened is that a sub-assembly is created with 3 bends from the content center and 4 straight pipes. I will now continue to add, to mount this regulating valve I have here. So this is flanged mounted, so I want to make room for it, so I split the pipe. I select the split command. I use the measure in the split command to say I want to measure the distance of the valve. It says 254. I copy that because I want it on the middle of the pipe. So I paste it and divide by 2. And you can see the gray area where it will occur. I say OK. And now I'm going to actually use an Inventor command. That is, I will constrain the valve with insert. So I take it and place it on the pipe and say OK. So I have the valve, but now I also need the counter flanges. And I use our command insert any, which stands for insert anything. So these things can be drawn here or be in the content center or imported from anywhere. So I just select what I want to insert and place it on the pipe I want to have it on. Here, default, it's in the middle of the pipe, but in this case, I want it in the end. So just pick that end, and I want to do the same thing in the other end. So same command, or I can press enter for that command. Select it, and I want it in that end, and say OK. And of course, this goes down to the sub-assemblies as I already have created. Next, I want to show you the functionality if I want to switch one of the elbows to a special elbow. I just draw one yesterday. It could be a drainage elbow or any special elbow at all. Then we have the insert elbow command. So I choose the elbow and which one I want to switch. So I just click on that one. And you can see this one is a bit smaller than the one, but that's not a problem. So I just say OK. And it's filled up. Next, I will add the flow meter as I have here. This one is welded directly to the pipe, so I don't split the pipe. I just use the same command as for the flanges. I take insert any, select, and choose where I want to put it. I use geometry to show the direction. As you can see now, maybe the display is in the opposite way, so I want to reverse the welding ends, so I say reverse, and now I have it in the correct direction. Of course, I can have it in any position. Right now it's just in the middle of the pipe. We can change that any time later on. Now this this flow meter is a 2-inch connection, but my pipe was 2.5, so I need some reducers. So I take the reducer command, I select where I want to put them, I choose the size. In this time I want to from 2.5 to 2 inch, and I want actually place it close to the bend, so I don't need unnecessary welds. So, and I say okay on that one. And I press enter to have the same command again, and I want also this one to be from 63 to 51, but I have to reverse direction, and this one should also be close to the bend, and I say okay. And everything welded together is in the same subassembly. So now I'm going to show you about branching a pipe. We have two functionality in the branch pipe. If I select branch pipe and select where I want to have the branch. In this case, I have collar marked, so I can drag any size of a collar, not bigger than the pipe, and say OK, and he just drags a hole in that size. But in this case, I actually wanted to have a T, so I want to change my collar. So I just take the same command again, select my collar, and I deselect collar. I choose a reducing T, and I choose direction on the frame, and I want it to be in line with the outlet of the pump. And I say OK. And we have changed the collar to a T. Next, I will connect the pump and the T. Don't think too much about the construction. This is to show the functionality of the program. So I choose 38, and I go from here, and I want to go to there. I say done. So this is one thing to draw the pipes. It's quite easy, I hope you can see, but also it's very important that you easily can change things. So in this case, we say they want to move the flat heat exchanger, so I suppress my insert constraint as the pipe created, and I just move away the flat heat exchanger a bit. So now after that I have to stretch that pipe and also this one. So then I use my stretch pipe command. If I don't remember how much I should do, of course I can always measure. So I say the distance from here to here. From the distance from here to that center. and it says 180. So now I can just go and click. That one should change 180 and that one, and say OK. And it's all changed. Next, I'm gonna draw a tube. So we need some water for the pump. So I create another pipe, and this time I have a special type. It's for my water pipes. It's a bended pipe, so I either need a bending machine or manually bend them. So I can use any angle now. So I start from there. I want to go 150, for instance. I want to go in this direction, but this time I want to go 135. And now I could walk many ways, but in this time I want to go through this pipe holder. So I click on that one, and it always suggests 90 degrees, but more suitable would be 45 in this case, because the other one. So if I like that, I just lock as I lock, so I can continue to draw my water pipe or water tube. And I have another pipe holder here. So if I press Control, I can just go through that one and go to the frame and add maybe 10 millimeters so I get outside the frame. Next, I want to go down, press Enter, and now I want to go to this connection, but I don't like that way too much, so I just accept the length, and now I can choose the direction of the pipe. So I use the frame again. It should go 90 degrees from the frame. I press Enter, and now I can select that one again, and we got a nice pipe or tube. This tube is fairly long now, so I could use some cutting leech because it will be hard to handle otherwise. So I use Insert Any, of course, to add my cutting leech to the tube. I put in an insertion length, and I can tell him how long it should be. Insertion length is how much should the pipe go into the cutting leech. So actually on this one I will add 2 of them. So I take one more and put here somewhere. Maybe it should be in line with that frame, that beam. And also should be 14. So I say OK. So if I take a closer look at that one, we can see if I make that transparent, you can see that the pipes goes into the cutting leech. In this case, I actually not satisfied with the placing of it. Maybe I want it here instead. So what do? I take the same command as again, just click on it and choose a new place where I want it. And this time maybe 110 away. And I say OK. And yeah, everything is fixed again. Just to show you the importance of easy to change and edit things, we will say this one was already occupied, that connection point, so I want to move it to there. How do? I say take edit pipe, I select the pipe, I will back twice, and now I just select that one again, and I get the same type of but maybe I think it's a long part. So if I don't like that one, we can do it. We can choose our own way. So in this case, maybe I want it to be closer to that one. So I click on that one and I use the aim at point. So now I can say a distance from the connection, for instance, 30 millimeters or whatever, 40, and then say done. So it's really up to you how it should look. Okay, so after this I actually want to create a drawing or many drawings. Then I have to save it. You can see I haven't saved before because we trust the program, it's don't break down. So I just say save, and now I want to create a drawing from my tube. So I say create drawing. So if we just take a short look at the drawing we created, you can see we have a parts list with the length. We have also coordinate list for the 3 pipes in X, Y, Z, and this is what we get. Now I will also show you a bit if we want to draw many pipes with when we know the center distance, the CC distance. So I will create a new pipe. I select, and I just draw it small now because it will be more easy to see. We can change the size afterwards. So I just choose one and I want to go to the frame, maybe -30, enter. I want to go in this direction, I press enter, and now I want to go through my pipe holders, and maybe I will want to end somewhat here and say done. So now we have created this pipe, but maybe this should be, if we are in a bigger plant, we maybe want 6 pipes with a known distance between. So I will use my copy command. So if we take copy, I select the pipe. In this case, I want 2 copies in horizontal direction, and I want 1 copy in vertical direction. And if I say fill, we get the full matrix, all the 6 pipes. So if I say now 6, okay, it will create the 6 pipes. So that's a fast way to have them with a distance. But of course, they will go into each other in some places. So I have to select them again and say stretch pipe. And if I stretch my outer pipes 200, I do it twice with 100, and the middle ones just 100. And in the other end, I do the same with the outer one, and also this one. And actually, the innermost I want to shorten. So instead of just pressing, I hold Control down, and we will cut them 100 instead of extend them. So something like that. So now we have, and as you can see, they all 6 unique pipes, so we can do any changes to them. In this case, maybe it should be another size, so I just choose them as a change type. And in this case, I want 2.5 inch. I say OK, and I change them. Something like that. And now we can do any changes to them, just as I did before. Say edit pipe, maybe I want to change that one. It should go to here, plus 200 something. Next, I want to go down. Next, and I want to go through that pipe holder, and I want to go to here, or whatever. They're all unique. And the last thing I will do in this live demo, we saw that we could insert an elbow. We could change an elbow to another one, but it's not the only thing we can do with the insert elbow. If I want to change this one, it should maybe go longer. So I would change from elbow. We could also change to a T. So either it's in this direction or reverse it. I can go in this direction. And if I say OK, you just change it. Okay, so that's the live demo. Oops, sorry. I should just show you our PowerPoint. We have a customer drawing here, just to show you it's not only the piping that we have done right now. This customer, Nibe, which is a big company in Sweden, do a lot of pumping heat pumps, and they have a lot of special end treatments, and they also have flexible pipes and so on. So we have really together with that company done something that really works all the way for them. And at last is the pricing of this, and our really aggressive pricing we have is that each license is 1,000 euro a year, a rental, and we have a start package, a start price, which is, yeah, you can see it here, for up to 5 users is 5,000 euro. So if you're one person that's going to use it first year, it's 6,000 euros. Next year, it's 1,000 euros, and so on. And you can all see it here. And of course, we can do some special stuff for customers who have anything that's not covered of what I shown today. And I guess you have your normal contacts at Symetri to use. Otherwise, you can see for the different countries who to contact if you are interested in this.